know try me picture back and then omo share we your friend is a coat and suit
pantalon
and omo share suit
and yes suit in here we yes suit
we coat of many colors
we coat of arms coat of
and our introduction back pela don't
see the way by auto by
yeah almost me introduction
Debbie
and you want to say yeah introduction
yeah time yeah regime introduction there oh yeah it's because say get out
hey
aha ayo 4 post podcast and you are 49 next year ba ayo ntokwanko a bo ho ntokwanko a
piao
na we say me bo mu din but ayo me kraya it me a me ka chom so mo mbobo mu din ya da de abrantie yes what say
we from Kokwa sorry
that one where
Fifi
oh, your friend Akomia Gem for the sports Messiah.
Akomia Gem for the sports.
Also Dino and then Dr. Kiki Montino.
I would the same.
Oh yes, and I want left wing and I want
right wing.
A full phone is
yeah for one year. Myself.
Akomia Messiah leki kumonte
Adey. Me nuani free Igbo. Me sumi free Yoruba. It's Afro case they say.
Oh how they say. Myself. Uye bibi maya ni bejo ho. Subscribe my.
Yes.
Na like it.
Yes.
Na ma wunua bi o hye ba bi nsan ka dem ye fa share. Na aduma bi wo ho. Mi aso na nje kon. Ya ba ye bi abete ye nka. Ya tena se. Ya sa na ye no.
Sa na ye no. So I said ye bi a feelings bem.
Feelings le
This weekend games are a go pramaso e be kan ho asem na nya agro.
Yes. The tea.
Eti nyina.
Yes.
Me ma de obeye internship no.
Ato aso.
Mr. Buadu.
Internship my.
Obede.
Internship.
That's what's now? So only say you say nipa o.
You be born from.
You born nipa from.
You be born from this
no, so okay, fine, no problem. Let's continue.
You be to aso.
All right, so I hope everybody is fine.
Ade ye hu nya kura untimi moye.
Abrant.
Let the crowd day. Why?
Ne wo mo so.
When I just am call no me sell. I'm call.
So club football is back. Yeah. I believe you guys are excited.
Definitely. Blue is the color.
Football is the game.
We are together.
And winning is also they not Chelsea.
Abidjan Blue.
Gee.
What at all have we done? Well, the Premier League resumes as well as the other top 5 leagues. In the Premier League, Chelsea will open the matches for the weekend with an early kickoff game. Chelsea against Nottingham Forest. Forest have their own issues to do. But I think the top liner in the Premier League definitely has to be Manchester United, Liverpool. And I think it's only best that we start on that note. Manchester United, Liverpool. The big game.
Manchester United and Liverpool are on PC start.
Because
early kickoff.
But that's the big game.
Early kickoff.
I come from my.
You see, this derby reverberates different.
Zukuni ambada.
Men cast
wati.
It is decorated with 2 of the most successful clubs and their trophies.
Okay.
Liverpool, Manchester United.
Yeah.
If you piece the 2 together, I don't think the entire Premier League combined would have more Premier League titles than the 2. Again, if you escalate it to Europe, Manchester United has 3 UEFA Champions League titles. Liverpool have how many?
9.
Exactly. So if you combine, still, if you just calculate the total number of trophies won in Europe by the remaining Premier League sides, they will still not measure up to the
So Manchester United and then Liverpool are the biggest clubs in England.
Two biggest clubs in the UK, not even in England.
We are so crown Baku or more.
I hope you guys get it.
United.
So do you still argue that we should not discuss this game?
Yeah,
first?
discuss it.
So let's discuss it.
Okay, yeah, twas. Minimum you Dr. Kiki.
Okay.
We are told.
So
So the biggest game this weekend in the Premier League. Liverpool are coming into this game on the back of a very poor run. Do you think this break was the necessary respite for them?
Mike, they really needed this particular break. It was really frustrating for them. Looking at their summer signings and the kind of resource and the points they've actually accumulated, we're expecting them to have been leaders of the league table, maybe with like 8 points gap or something of that sort. But it doesn't really work out for them. You can blame it on two things. Just maybe one of them being the fact that some of their key players that they brought in during the summer have not started well. Florian Wirtz, Alexander Isak. One of the key members of their team has not also been playing well. I saw certain statistics about the XG for Mohamed Salah. In the first few games in the last 4 to 5 seasons, this is the worst season for him in terms of XG accumulated with chances created, assists, and even goals. Meaning their key man is not also performing up to standard. That raises a lot of questions. But they needed a reset. And I think going on the international break will do them a lot of good. And Slot will sit down, he will look at 1 or 2 things where he can get things right. And Mike, definitely you will know that they will love to win this game against Manchester United to turn their season. This is a game they can't afford to lose, because if they lose, Slot will be under immense pressure. Not that they are going to sack him though, but I actually believe it's going to be a result that is really going to set a bad tone for him throughout the season. He's going to be referenced with. People are going to call him out. Manchester United, that's Sakrade near Liverpool. You know, those kind of things. Everyone knows the state of Manchester United as it stands. He can't really mess up this game, and it's at Anfield. I don't remember the last time Manchester United went to Anfield to beat Liverpool. That was back then under Luis van Gaal, where Juan Mata scored that particular overhead kick. Aside that goal, I've not seen Manchester United go to Anfield and win that game. Last season, they were close, but unfortunately, the game drew 2-2 at the end of the day. That is one of Manchester United's best performances I've seen at Anfield in the last 2 or 3 seasons. Yeah. I'm just only hoping and wishing to see another very good performance. As a fan, just maybe I'll be happy and I'll be very optimistic that Manchester United will go and beat Liverpool. Because we've definitely found out how they play, how they do their things. But Mike, realistically, you can't underrate Liverpool playing at Anfield, especially against Manchester United, where they believe they can overturn the season. I wouldn't even be surprised if this weekend kickstarts Florian Wirtz goals and assists this season in the league. Because we know Manchester United is like a bad luck. Every player that is not even playing well, whenever they meet Manchester United, things begin to work for them. Yeah. The magic begins to work. And these are things you don't expect to see at the end of the day. But I'm all for it. That Liverpool have the squad, they have the coach, they have the experience. Putting into context, the only thing Manchester United comes into this discussion to win this game is about form, which I believe the form before the international break, Manchester United were on top, Liverpool were there. But when it comes to quality, experience in this particular fixture at Anfield, this is a game I'm literally seeing something like maybe 3-1 for Liverpool, or even 3-1 for Liverpool, or 2-0 for Liverpool, something of that sort.
The international break offers, judging by the form of the particular club, unnecessary hiccups, or at times a needed intervention or a break so that you can recover from what was actually wrong. Fee, how do you see this shaping up for the two teams? How do you expect the game to unravel on the part of Liverpool, on the part of Manchester United from your end?
Well, I think that it's going to offer a big opportunity to Liverpool to right their small wrongs and little headache that they had before it. But for me, I can understand when the likes of Michael Akomia, who are Manchester United fans, want to give Liverpool the nod. But for me, I think it's more of a derby game, and I'll still look at it in that light. And hence, I think that the game can go anywhere. Now, so you see, one of the things that I've constantly said that Ruben Amorim thrives in is the chaotic nature of games. And in big games, he's successful at it because he's constantly able to create chaos. I mean, when he played against Sunderland, against Lebris, it wasn't a big game, but then Lebris normally wants to have loads of the possession. Now, because he likes to have the chaos and he thrives on chaos, it was easy for him to beat Sunderland when they wanted to play out from the back and control the game and do all of those things that we know them to do. That is how I think and I see things going, looking like when it comes to this Liverpool game. The big question, however, is the fact that Liverpool are playing away from home, and Manchester United are playing away from home. And like Michael and I were talking about before we got in here, Manchester United have struggled to win away at Anfield in a very long time. Their best has been a draw. So what is the guarantee that that's going to happen? That's the big question. But then again, for me, as long as it remains a derby, you can't totally write them off. But in the grand scheme of things, in terms of the Premier League, if Liverpool loses ground in this game, it means that the Premier League is slipping. If they drop major points, not just the draw, if they drop all 3 points at Anfield this weekend, for me, it looks like the league is slipping away from them. And I don't see how Mikel Arteta's Arsenal will get 4 points, 5 points, 3 points lead on top of Liverpool and they'll let it slip. I think it's going to be a very difficult one for them. So they will have to find ways to get the players firing. Now, Liverpool also were not lucky. Most of their players are European players and they went for international duty. The likes of Alexis McAllister, who are South Americans, a few South Americans in the team. If you look at somebody like Alisson Becker, who was missing in a Chelsea game, is somebody that you will need to come in. You see, one of the things that people do not see and wasn't the major talking points in that Chelsea game, but for me, when you look at the game critically, is the role Georgi Mamadashvili played in giving Chelsea the confidence that he got. He's not a comfortable goalkeeper on the ball. He's jittery. He's a good shot stopper, but not comfortable on the ball. So almost every time Chelsea pressed him, he was fumbling. There were times where he went out for throw. There were times the ball went back to Chelsea. It helped give Chelsea the momentum and intensity that they were looking for, which was huge. For me, when you look at all of those things, the game state is going to depend on whether Alisson is going to be available. It's going to depend on...
indications, it looks like
he's out again. And for me, that plays hugely into the hands of Manchester United. Why? Because at Anfield, Liverpool will be expecting to play long, and that fits into Manchester United. Liverpool also, Manchester United also make it long, and they'll make it physical. And if the game is being played like that, then there's always a chance for them. My only problem is with Ruben Amorim. Times where he has to adjust and readjust the team to get results, he almost looks a little bit too stubborn to make changes, to ring changes in the squad, and that's where the only problem is. But apart from that, I think the Manchester United are in a good place. Yes, they may not get the 3 maximum points, but then I will give them a dog chance. It's not a 3-1 for me, in my opinion.
Gigi, United seems to have had some good results relatively in their away trips to Anfield. I'm checking from here. The last time we went there 2-2. Before then, there was another trip which ended, I think 0-0, a goalless draw. That was just when Liverpool had beaten Man like 7-0. Everybody was expecting a whitewashing at Anfield, but it ended 0-0. So clearly, it looks like United are able to find some mojo, take it into a game against Liverpool at Anfield to prevent being beaten mercilessly by them. Do you think they can draw something from this, take it into the game, and then get the result that they need? And if that will be possible, how must it be done?
Well, it's true that United thrive when it comes to big occasions. They're a big team, and they are mentally sound when it comes to meeting the big guys. They always want to prove something. I still think it's a bad timing for Manchester United. They had a good momentum. Liverpool was at the dying end, but the break will give them at least the breathing space. You know, when you're on a bad luck streak, it usually continues when the chain is closer. But as soon as we break the chain and give space, you can recover. Because bad luck will actually turn. That is how nature works. So it's actually falls in the hands of Liverpool, and Liverpool needs to prove something. The thing is, Manchester United can also do something, not because of tactics, but because of history. We meeting big teams each and every time. I think probably it stems from the old players, what they say about the team, meeting Liverpool, what it actually means and all that. And usually mentally that pushes the United players to do what I think probably they can't even do. So when you look at even the Chelsea game, Man City, these are big matches where you feel, oh, yeah, then they'll put exactly. So I think they can actually do something depending on the history and the spiritual affair of Manchester United since when it was started. But tactically, it will be difficult because I'm looking at Ruben Amorim. I think he has found a new mojo when it comes to tactics. Right now, he wants to. Yes, right now he decides to play long with the inception of Seny Lamé. Since Seny Lamé came in the last match, hey, Van der Sar.
So he says Kusuo.
Lamento Lamela
scored in back-to-back.
Yeah.
Brentford and then
Lamento Lamela.
But Brentford, you know, can go.
Was it?
Oh, it's a goal.
Okay, go pa. Since Lamé so buy you know. Who they say they were upon long balls. Benjamin Ohinesescu. Edge na mbuemi na mechiri. Ohinesescu. Sescu. No, Mbumo na mechiri feeding off the dual strength of Benjamin Ohinesescu. And I'm looking at the fight between he and Virgil van Dijk. Actually, that fight will determine the game. Yes.
So Liverpool's leaky defense versus a United attack that has shown that they can be as electrifying when the need arises.
Yes. We are good on the ball, but right now the midfield is a problem. Okay. And we have been talking about it for ages. Liverpool has a good midfield. Ryan Gravenberch with McAllister, they will play. And we have been talking about Bruno Fernandes and Casemiro, Bruno Fernandes and Manuel Ugarte. I think, was it last week? I saw Athletic post that Ruben Amorim told Manuel Ugarte that you are not the sporting player I knew. The day he told Alejandro Garnacho that find a new team, that was the day he told Manuel Ugarte that. So it's quite clear that on Gini Dibium, but Abasa, it was all
Abasa.
And the midfield is not working. And Kasa change information, but for 3 to accommodate could be made, send about at least stabilize Kaka. Anna, Okobo Sunderland game, no. And you say okay, and you midfield that same. Right now, balloon ball, no. National school, ne home, Adjato, then the attackers, no, will feed off and work it perfectly. Emma, Sunderland coach Nekasimi, or say it was difficult playing Manchester United, switching to that specific play. So I believe that if that is our new mojo, then it's simple. Let's do it that way. But say better that way, it means that Sesko has to win over Van Dijk. Because your Boko Wiemusana, it means that it will be a fight between Sesko and Van Dijk. Because from that back line, Van Dijk was on Sesko play. But Sesko Prebiano or winning more draws in Bumo and the likes of Matheus Cunha or Mason Mount will feed off it. And it will be and trust me, the game will be difficult. Because United and Traoré Shenukuno. And Liverpool, any good form.
I actually fancy Man United's chances in this game.
What am I hope why?
I think if there is a Liverpool team to fancy your chances again.
So I City game will my even be a question.
No, I think it's a current setup. You know why? They have shown that characteristic of being a team that concedes quality chances and goals at the counter.
Yeah.
Then it means any team with a decent attack can fancy their chances against them. United have a decent attack.
Yeah, we have
nothing away from them. Mason Mount complementing Mbuemo, playing behind Sesko. If you add the wing backs, if it's going to be Amad Diallo, whoever, will be playing on the left and the right. If United do really believe and go for it, Liverpool is there for the kill. That is what I believe.
Well, I believe so.
Liverpool have, you see, they have the names. And I don't think they would be able to use the international break to fix all the issues in the team. No.
That is my problem.
No, they wouldn't.
Manchester United.
Because Phil mentioned this, that a bulk of the Liverpool squad left for international adventures. Salah was in Egypt. We saw Isaac. Yeah. He was in Sweden. They were scattered across. So it wasn't like they were overly concentrated and worked on themselves. And then by the time they returned, There are few days to work things out as to whether the technical team might have drawn a plan. Oh, this is how we are going to go about it now. So any opponent we are facing, let's pull some 1 or 2 tweaks. Let's do some rejects. And if it is possible, we will be able to stop them. And it will cater for some of the shortfalls in our side. Very few days. How many days do they have? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the game is coming. Mm-hmm. So I think Liverpool they don't have the luxury of time to address every issue wrong with them now. They might sort some out. Still, there will be underlying issues that bedevil their chances. And I think if United do really show up, they stand a chance.
Good. I like your sentence.
If they really show up, they stand a chance.
I like the sentence, show up. Yeah. But you see, if you watch Manchester United this season, Obi Awashe we are not because of say play yen no share yen. It's because of a moment. And who say as soon as the team takes their moment, automatically your team need break it down. Yeah. Into both you lose 3-0. But match na nkasa lose to Musa say you lose. That is what I fear right now. That yes, Salamu in your time. Isaac onyan ho ne ho anompo. So far the all form kakra bi ekitiki. But remember the end say, what if on the pitch a moment
would twist everything?
Yes, and Manchester United you're fond of that. Team BA Kogua, you know the answer.
Let me engage you then. Akomia, your prediction?
3-1 Liverpool.
Fee?
1-1.
Kiki?
2-1 United win.
I see high scoring game. I think United will likely get multiple goals. Liverpool also.
2 penny safer. Ubeko over 2.5.
Over 2.5, both teams to score. And then if you want to be very bold, you can go for maybe over 3.5. Both teams to score over 3.5.
It's possible.
It is going to happen.
It's possible.
Away from that, let's talk about the other games, right? There is a game between Spurs are also doing well, Charlie.
Spurs have been doing well.
They are doing well. They are not far off from where the top positions, and I must emphasize. And let's look at how the table is. Arsenal 16, Liverpool 15, and Spurs are third on 14. So just 2 points between them and then the top place team. Arsenal over the weekend, Spurs have a game against Aston Villa. That will be Spurs' game on Saturday. Chelsea will play against Nottingham Forest away. And then for the Sunday, Arsenal also have an away trip to Fulham. So all the top teams will be playing on Saturday. Let's discuss Nottingham versus Chelsea. You don't fix what is not broken. And I think that is what is his name? Evangelos Marinakis or something.
Yeah.
That is something that he did not really take heed to. Sacking Nuno Espirito Santo has not really engineered the kind of results that they wanted. Nottingham are actually in a very bad place. But do they get redemption against Chelsea when Chelsea comes to town?
That is one of the worst decisions I've seen a club owner take. Mm-hmm. But let's forget about that. Now a new coach is in Inan Postecoglou. I think he has not found a rhythm with his team. And it's in contrast to the style of play under Nuno Espirito Santo. Mm-hmm. You know, Nuno Espirito Santo will love to go with a low block or mid block. Very compact, difficult to break. Quick in transitions, relying on his quick wingers. Langa at some point in time before he left to Newcastle United. But still relying on players like Hudson-Odoi and co. Morgan Gibbs-White just to give him a correct pace and agility when it comes to transitional phases of the game. But looking at Ange Postecoglou, he's changing everything around the approach, going with a high line, difficult for players like Murilo, Nikola Milenkovic, Mole Aina and co. Elliot Anderson, the superb midfielder that I actually believe is having one of the best seasons in the Premier League. Yeah. But definitely having the right balance in the midfield will depend on the kind of partnership you give him in that particular midfield. Mm-hmm. It used to be Elliot Anderson and Danilo. Mm-hmm. Now Danilo is on and off, but there's Douglas Luiz in that particular setup. So is it going to be Elliot Anderson and Douglas Luiz? I think there's even Sangari in that particular midfield. It's all about getting the right balance in that particular midfield. I think there are too many similar profiles in that particular midfield and Postecoglou, where he needs to do 1 or 2 changes to create a balance for them to dominate games and be able to win. It's day and night. Mike, I don't see how they come back from this. They look open. You know how to play against Postecoglou teams. I think Chelsea carries the day.
Chelsea win. Fee.
Well, it's really huge game that Chelsea are going to play because Chelsea would have to build momentum. And off the back of what happened to Liverpool, what's the best opportunity than a distorted Nottingham Forest team? I mean, away from even what we've heard with Evangelist and the issues that he has had, let us not forget that just a couple of days ago, we heard the stories that he almost changed Ange Postecoglou and replaced him with Sean Dyche. Yeah. So it means that there's even much more, much more instability and instability in the camp, which is good for Enzo Maresca. Now, the good thing that has happened to Chelsea throughout this international break is that he has had majority of his key players not go for international break. So Enzo Maresca called the coach of the Ecuadorian national team and told him that he believes that Moises Caicedo has to rest because he has been playing football for a long time and they felt that he was nursing an injury. Because if you look at Chelsea's list of players who played the most games last season, Caicedo, Levi Cole, Cole Palmer, 2 of the 3 already have injuries. And Chelsea are suspecting that sooner rather than later, Caicedo go down. And Levi Cole was the second most difficult player to replace in the team. Chelsea seem to have gotten that in Benoit. I mean, he hasn't proven over a long time, but those 2 performances have been okay. For Cole Palmer, the team hasn't really suffered to get goal in his absence. But Moises Caicedo, even with the presence of Romeo Lavia, Chelsea may struggle to get a ball-winning ability. That's Moises Caicedo breaks the team. So they decided to rest him. Enzo Fernandez went to play for Argentina for just 1 game. He was reported to have had an injury, but then Chelsea actually called him back to come prepare and rest for the game that's going to come next. Chelsea managed to get Cole Palmer not to go for international break. Tosin Adarabioyo on international break. Rhys James also declined the international break also. So the only not so good thing is Marco Correa, who played for Spain throughout, but then just for the last game, that was when Luis de la Fuente, who is, notorious for playing players even when they are tired, those games, but then managed to rest Marco Correa in the last game for him. So Chelsea have a team that is well rested, that has had good injury recoveries as well. What it means that after the international break, Chelsea has a fully rested Caicedo. They have a fully rested Romeo Lavia. They have Enzo Fernandez also, who is fully rested. And they have a fresh team of a sort to go to the City ground to go and look for a result over there. I think that's not going to be easy. If you look at what Chelsea did to Nottingham Forest last season, scoring them by a goal to 0 day to clinch that top 4 position, they are going to try and make it more difficult. Ange Postecoglou is desperate for some results. He needs to get results. He needs to find a way to get results. And what way to do that than at the City ground with Chelsea? The only bad thing is that it looks as if even the fans don't believe in the Ange Postecoglou project with Nottingham Forest. Chelsea will hope that it is still mayhem, disarray, and then disgruntledness at the City ground when they go, just so they'll be able to pick up the 3 maximum points and then build on momentum, because that is what Chelsea have not had. When the season started, a couple of games good, a couple of draws, then the losses came. So they have had some stop starts in the season. Chelsea will need and will love to have some level of consistency. If they're able to get this win against Nottingham Forest and then build on it, it's probably going to be a very good season for Enzo Maresca. I think that Chelsea wins this one.
Let's take your predictions. So this is it. Arsenal could be 4 points ahead before Liverpool play Manchester United. They also have an away trip to Fulham. So let me take your predictions on that one quick before we move to Spain. But Kiki, you do the Nottingham Forest Chelsea game, then you add your prediction for the Fulham Arsenal game.
I think it will be a draw game between Chelsea and Nottingham.
See, they already are games.
Number 1 is 11:30 game. 11:30 game usually don't favor the big team.
Hey, right away, Liverpool, Chibeli, 11:30, 1-0. Last week, before international break, Man City 11:30. Tomorrow.
Me say etais.
Oh, paya borrow
See, Chelsea has a chance to win the game, obviously.
Yeah.
Nottingham Forest has been on a bad run since the beginning of the season.
I don't trust Chelsea to be that consistent.
Yes, no question. They say, so Chelsea be winning game now. Nipa mienu be moment winning game no. Caicedo ne Palmer. Only if Palmer be Bobia.
Oh, Chelsea will win the game without Palmer.
Me say.
Mo
mark you into.
Oh, master forget it. You draw that mass. What say try there too?
Basu am
there we Amasus way.
Me say Palmer. Me say Palmer. Any Caicedo. And I bet you said Chelsea be winning this game. Because Postecoglou any right now no whole papa no. They said they were kind. I can't even 1 minute near cycling the Sandai Kaba. So I was so not something from this game. The best chance yes obey low block. Chelsea is no good breaking down.
In this season you're breaking low blocks now.
What mean cause break you but me say more brands and my but no cry no. So obey more times Caicedo be what boss should be afraid to not try.
Yeah, no, your shit goes in different ways.
What there your shit goes in different ways. Remember say the way
Nottingham Forest, you ever show one corner kick go, that's the first goal.
So you don't want him.
And I said, it's a corner kick goes, I'll cross the king, fine. But me say, no bread scoring against low block teams. It's true. They say, Maya, they move break you. But I would low block team, they be able to Caicedo shot to be a fetchy, Enzo Fernandez shot be, and I say, Palmer shot be fetchy. More bread. It is a much shot, Nottingham Forest, no boss, I give no money, na Palmer, and the Caicedo, not debut or German, and he tell me, yes, every man. Let me say, a draw game.
Okay, I see that game, man. You know what I think?
Because of a kind.
Forest have their attacking force to disturb this Chelsea defense on any day.
I don't think so.
You know, they have a well-stocked attack. Trust me. For those who start to come up from the bench,
I don't think
they have what it takes to really disturb.
Yeah, you game from a different angle.
Personally, it is a game that I see both teams getting in on the score sheet. Forest will score, Chelsea will score.
The Chelsea best Forest.
I think I also want to lean more towards Kiki. If this game ends in a draw, do not be surprised.
Yeah.
There's no way Chelsea.
We're going to 2-2 draw.
There's no way Chelsea will be drawing against Nottingham Forest. We will beat them.
So let's this.
Yeah.
Myself and Kiki here, you guys here.
Yeah.
So what should be at stake if the game ends in that draw?
If it ends in the draw,
if
as
Chelsea
you guys
fails
see,
to win.
Okay, you guys want the bigger part. If Chelsea fails to win, we'll buy you lunch on Monday.
Oh, come on.
No, buy you food on Monday. Buy food, whatever you want. Your favorite drink.
Yeah, the lunch. Yeah.
I want for that. And you be show. It's here. So for that,
so do who there?
Okay, what's the name? Yes, Chelsea was the name. Chelsea was the name.
So there, necessarily anya den.
Check the wire.
Take my argument if you. The entire person me trying to say no, obusa ni pattern.
Yeah.
Now the pakoni nya analysis no because Chelsea be winning. But me feel an angle say draw and say mu be lose no. Me dey no sun to
there be period as I go do so can.
So do you know Dan Ndoye?
Ndoye emfa.
When him Ndoye.
Ndoye. Is there a D number body? Which my body to
Can we move on?
Ndoye. Yes, then I'm obey.
Oh,
we say we buy lunch for you. Then I'm if Chelsea win then Bena. If Chelsea wins, what will you do?
Albert, Muntra will fanto.
If Chelsea wins, what will you do?
Nottingham Forest. The way they would discipline Chelsea. Chelsea's best.
Forest, your bomb bet 3-0.
Forest. Well, let's wrap up with a prediction on Fulham Arsenal. Marco
Silva, both teams to score. Arsenal to win.
Both teams to score, Arsenal to win.
Yeah.
If Arsenal beats Fulham at Craven Cottage, they have won the English Premier League.
No. Okay, that is your view. That's fine. That is fine. Can say no, but see, I heard that they will win. Right now, Arsenal a team right now. Bobo we are Kubusa say, almost saying because their squad is good enough. Also, like it.
The reason why I say that thing about if Arsenal beat Fulham at Craven Cottage, they win the league is that in all of the years that they've not won the league or they've come close to winning. West Ham, Fulham, Aston Villa, Crystal Palace, the London boys. I mean, Fulham is a proper London boy. Aston Villa not so much. But then those teams worry them.
In fact, they haven't beaten Fulham away at Craven Cottage since 2023.
That's the same thing that happened with Newcastle and they went there to beat them.
We went there to beat them. And for the very first time, we were able to beat them after 4 seasons. So, and also last season, when they struggled against West Ham. So it means that if they beat Fulham at Craven Cottage in 3 weeks consecutively, they've undone somebody that used to beat them in Newcastle. they've done it against West Ham. West Ham, maybe we'll say that because the team was new and Nuno. But then if they do it against Marco Silva, I mean, when I say they have won, I just think that they have a huge advantage to go on. And especially in a weekend where Liverpool are playing a derby.
And I believe this season, Adane, last season, Arsenal wins the big games and fall these small games. Yeah. This season, they will lose more of the big games and win against the small size.
So this one's a small side, though?
Yes.
So that's why they...
It's winning, yes, sir. If I'm maintaining winning against the big size, fine.
But so far, I never quite say. And that's how we Liverpool on no abo. Now we are big.
Against it,
Man City.
We are big.
They did not beat Man City.
They drew at least.
Yeah,
yes.
But last
against Liverpool, against Chelsea,
yeah, they won
at
Emirates.
No, at Emirates, yeah.
What are we catching? Against Chelsea,
no.
All
right, so this is it. Can we move on to Spain? City will also play Everton, I think.
And then Dickinson?
No.
It's hard.
Yeah, predictions. It's
a 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw.
Yeah.
For
City, Everton.
City win.
Hey, 1-1 draw is a City will win.
I don't try better forward.
City both. City both.
Yeah, City win.
It's a 1-1 draw. Hey, David Moyes.
Oh,
my guy.
Oh, play 1-1 draw.
I trust you.
But I will not tell for
Yes. Let's move to Spain. That is the trend for Barcelona. Yamal has started training. He's recovered, but there is no Rafinha, there is no Lewandowski, there is no Pablo Gavi. Barca with a tall list of injured players affecting the plans of Hansi Flick in terms of competing on all fronts. So, how do they come out of this, and how do they make sure that the injuries won't disrupt their plans and their targets for the season?
Looking through their fixtures for the next round of games, I think the injuries doesn't really affect whatever they want to do, to be very honest. Okay. If you are playing against Girona, right after Girona, you are playing against Olympiacos before the Real Madrid game. Like, they can play with what they have and beat Girona and beat Olympiacos well.
Okay.
Before they come to the El Clasico between them and Real Madrid. You see, Barcelona is one particular team that I don't really doubt them when it comes to certain things, no matter the injury situation they find themselves in. I think they have the men, they have the quality, they have the experience to grind through results against Girona and go. Just maybe that if they don't have most of their players fit for the Real Madrid game, that is where there's going to be a problem. But for Girona, Olympiacos and go, trust you me, this weekend at home, Barcelona will win. Maybe like 2-1, 2-0 from that. Their worst is even going to be a 1-goal margin difference.
There's been a lot of talk about Lamine Yamal, and the season with the expectations around him, I think it was huge. Number 10 jersey was given the spotlight. A lot of talk about Lamine Yamal already. He suffered 2 injuries that has ruled him out. Should we start to get concerned with how this trend is looking like?
Yes, I believe so. I've been saying this since the 80s.
Since
the 80s.
Now Yamal, I don't know about
certainly the kind of no intakremu ansana ekwa ko do some pempenso we so ho etin ye ya we say ebe ko do some pempenso bi sa see say Accra start picking tema na team e de omani to ne so a enkra system biologically per the game no enyini ndru empempenso bi enu ntie ekwa fa so a ye de enkra games mu patch what I say yes enti ever the same senior player bi ebebo 90 minutes at twice by 5 games a enkra no you introduce no kakra you was saying here no and no kwasem the guy is extremely talented and he has been doing so well no kwasem amabasa ni na eni abeda so for we to even give you the number 10 JC enye adeketwa face of the project right now. But you see, and now said Tama no swano, near a lot of games. Spain use Barcelona use a best at affect because biologically in the system will start
demands.
Exactly. And I'm not saying I start money paper. And we hear no free my lifestyle. See, no question, wait me do 18, wait me do 25. But you may decide this on my few better because we are adults. Legally, I am right. But you see, profession now woman involve a lot for yourself, your body personally. And untina so be the 34 I will bo more. Yes, why then when you but 34 normal. A young age so obey me the anama brabuma African West so. But in football, the 34, 35 are you who bear and can in real life no what the bear 70. Why? Because football will take a lot from your system. And them trainings, baby, I offer the other one here. So if we a young guy, now what's so 16, 17, 18, born not down now, no ye game, be come. Now one show a DDM on them, one a year, it affects you. Already, we are talking about the number of games that you are playing now. And look at Cristiano Ronaldo. Baby, Ronaldo did 41, Echo 42. Or Bobo, we are look at a coin of fast. What the regime in the process no? Or question machine to recuperate in the home.
But okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, me.
Now I wanted to know if do we know that Lamine doesn't do that?
Mo, let me tell you something. Or more yes, I will boom. Lamine Ababaye a public figure.
Yeah.
So okohwie so go from baby kra na obu ebe pie. And the way our building a life and be the dancers or outside there. Obi te say Mbappe. Ebi a unhu say Mbappe ye de Ronaldo ye kwahye machines ni ade but anya hwimni say na ma me fa ya. Ebe mo abehye dem. O so strict. Ne papa hey come and sit down. When Mbappe case ban and saying Mbappe mami a friend busa na say o se minim say me ba we onye sa na emum me friend of phone na me busa ne say o yeah o se den o se ma wunnim say ne watete me. That was Mbappe's words. Wunnim me say ne watete me wuji di say me
Case on the
case no. So that thing no eboa Kobe Mainu Eba say yes say no ye hia na athleticism ye person or what this kind of aggressiveness near there the day no ye akofa personal coach say so akofa personal chef na didim adent na players fa personal Andre Santos eba okobo ne successful season e League 1 oba o se den o se o change coaches around him and eboa ni game and o change coaches in the den. It means that as a player some sacrifices you have to do. Yes, obi with me aka say yes Romario to me kwa club na dey Chelsea coach me show 2 goals and me kwa club. Yes, it is there, it's okay. But o that to say talent dey wo but o that to say
are you trying to speculate that
I know it's off one.
I
said the only shooter. Then you have brain all that. I don't peg you upon a throw book.
What's a prophet for you?
But I don't bet throw 3 book. But what that to say?
No, concept.
No day. No day. No day. No concept. No day.
Who's a prophet for son of
man? But you see, I don't get this whole Lamine Yamal vibe that because he parties, because he does this, that is why he's getting injured, and that would affect his.
No, Mike, Lamine Yamal, they are saying that he has party. You know what party? The boy just has a girlfriend, and he does everything to his girlfriend. Yesterday, his girlfriend picked him up from training. Tell him, boy, if me I get a doll, Lamine gets like my woman gonna pick me from training.
And then again, I like a point Kiki made.
There
is a lot of pressure on the boy. You see, a lot of pressure on the boy. The weight of expectations and everything.
18 years.
Basically, he will feel it. He needs to have certain excesses that takes him off. Makes him forget about that pressure. He enjoys himself. Elders name.
See, Dr.
Kiki, we Dr. Kiki, we
Gavi. Gavi sees once I make you 2 points.
Get the troll, the number man of paper Sudana.
I don't know, girl.
Gavi sees once I make you 2 points. Said the entire Halami and my injury situations. Bombarding as they say you did matches bombarding the name biologically na anatomy wise the system no
I feel doctor 7
days and fit enough to contain that.
Is a perfect
I
have no qualms.
And number 2.
Manenkasa Dr. Kiki.
I will not even allow you to.
Who
because he has a girlfriend failed.
Me girlfriend. Girlfriend say that be worry. Fa, na worry. Me dey say we imagine so for girlfriend. Come my girlfriend here back me boy. Come on go parties. Me boy say. Now as a footballer, is it good for a footballer to smoke?
No.
Is it good for a footballer?
Me smokes.
Depending on what you smoke.
No, why is it not good for a footballer?
Oh, Mike, for your cardiac.
For what?
It's not good for a footballer.
For your cardiac, Mike.
Footballer, they can't be an active smoker.
No, I disagree.
But it can't be an active smoker. It can't be an active smoker. Even the Italians who smoke naturally in their culture, they are not active smokers.
You can have your scientific explanation to
but it can't be an active smoker.
But I have seen footballers play to the top.
Yes.
And they were chain smokers.
No, Michael, change smoking. It's not possible.
Okay, so medicals.
Why is it that you are more
we both cigarette to go. Cigarette to go.
And answer me and say, then I'm good. Yes, also smoky.
But Yamal is not known as a chain smoker.
Me call myself. Me
who say I see na no person the boy adwuma. It be be a hono breno wono. E ho na say the boy adwuma.
Mo, ana you find say you player. I was so the alcohol see when you bebree pa.
Sedenti.
No, it depends.
I was so the alcohol see when you so
I have not seen a drunkard thrive in the game before. Okay. But if you are talking about players who drank and excelled, there is
no poor gas coin.
And there's Jack Grealish.
Again, you are not getting. You see,
me the person me change say it's simple. Say who live a certain lifestyle. Men lifestyle na mu legal until you boni bu ha legally right. Boni o boni be legal. So wo twempna. En ne da ye wo hwan obi onyo obi ahwede hia say wo age ne ayi legal but culture mun say wrong.
So that's Yaman need to make lifestyle changes.
Lifestyle changes and also making lifestyle changes ebe one the body. Men can say onja the girlfriend.
So suggestions.
Mo Sao girlfriend of say me nim say them was or so then afela. Because they say tie akra na wakofa ma menya knowledge me akra panyin na wakofa no. Nicole no. When you see bebre number 1. There's a likelihood we say what date be 2 3 4.
Na tenka be wosoro.
Na tenka wosoro
di mad be wosoro.
Ba one no be school uniform. Me ba.
But so now how to remind us the old age of Nicole. What do you say?
34 was I saying.
Nicole, you know the 34.
34.
The new girl, your name Master Antonio Copreno. On only 34. Bado Bako no only 34. And was also 29 Bako. As I said, what Tiaba be 17, 18. Tiaba abadi di.
Ever 20 something.
Sexual demands.
I was so some from more experience bebre
with high libido.
Enti wo no afi no be school uniform. Enti no kwase me na wiase no you see you have to impress. And until I'm member bebre no na dey ntia because onim do wo kwa kwahia no onim ba bia wo free ba on be say be ka chance enti we
they say the current girl be 25 years.
25.
You know only 18. But I mean
for sister no to who also proven no say also you senior.
But I mean sister for what did you do?
So then
I see I want to understand.
Better look at your place.
How does his lifestyle affect his career? Make the suggestion more entrepreneur.
Me say for our girlfriend. Name girlfriend now offers they say fee bet my one girlfriend. But fee anamon na brabo na aduane a odi no. Right for the body. Pe na dwuma wo ye. Wo betima our girlfriend now so ye na wo no so dey na for na the dada because we so 4-5 hours. Can who is be affect our coma. Automatically look at so they say new engine no. I want to hear for. Come on. Esi go no nwa ketewa.
Small gono.
So gono we.
You know, Mike, I actually believe Obia won bibi obe ne sunsun san so obenya. Mabrabo aye boy no. Ebra. Ebra
senior man Leila.
Ebra be born Samre no. And a bachelor Susan so
Nice.
Bibia so was Susan so if we all believe whatever he is doing is right, Emre bi bedru a bachelor say no right and no wrong.
Yeah.
Definitely the consequences of whatever he is doing on one be nya wo.
Yes.
On no be repeat na de.
No correct.
On no be repeat na de. Nobody is cursing anybody.
Oh
Mike,
yeah,
I think good for the kid.
I think this world has deliberately decided to pin Lamine Yamal. They want to character assassinate him.
No. Yankasa. Oh.
And from my way now,
Allow
the young boy to distress.
Yes, we agree to that.
And you see,
the stress nobody attend.
No,
the stress nobody attend.
How do you distress?
How do I distress? Listen to music, do stuff that are accustomed to Michael.
That are accustomed to you.
Yes.
So
if Yamal also thinks that this is how I can.
This is how.
So you are distressing to do things that are accustomed to you. Why are those things accustomed to you? They are good for you, right?
Exactly.
They prevent you from getting sick, and it will help you to go and do your job. But if Lamine is doing something that he's using to distress, that will affect him. I mean, is it good?
Affect him?
But I mean, if you are Michael, are we saying that an 18-year-old boy
should not date a 25-year-old?
No, I'm saying that if an 18-year-old whose last 3 or 4 girlfriends, and kindly listen to me, he has dated a 32-year-old model.
29.
In 29-year-old girl, the 29, 32-year-old girls have come out with chats that have shown that his manager, and I don't know whether that's his father or whoever, has a list of women that take turns to come. I mean, you can't possibly sit here and tell me that.
No, but we can't also
this not cause for alarm.
The evidence of a disgruntled ex.
They are not exes. They understood their job.
No.
They just want to eat the money and went home.
Again, from their narration or their own accounts of their stories, it looks like they are dissatisfied with how things turned out eventually. That is why they are, you see.
So the 32-year-old girl expected that Lamine will marry him.
No, not Lamine will marry her. You never knew, you never know whatever transpired. That is what I want to say. You see.
Mike, I want to ask you a question. When you have a son, 18-year-old, world beater at age 18, you'll be okay that he sleeps with women. You have a timetable. Woman after woman comes at home. You'll be okay. I just want a simple yes. I just want a simple yes or no. No, I just want a simple yes or no. I just want a simple yes or no. I just want a simple yes or no.
I don't dwell on speculation.
No.
That's a football deal.
Michael, are you saying that? Are you saying? Are you saying that? No. The girl that went to pick him for the training, is that speculation?
Come again.
The girl that went to pick him for the training.
That's speculation.
But has the girl brought out
Michael,
list?
is that speculation?
That is his girlfriend.
No, of course, but is that speculation?
No, what you are
asking me... It's the same outlets that reported that the girl is speaking.
No. What you are asking me is different from what you are saying.
No, I'm asking you a question.
If you are telling me if his girlfriend is taking him to training,
Michael, let's say you have an 18-year-old son.
Ask me if I have an 18-year-old son,
yes,
and will I draw a
will you be happy?
But
will you be happy that he does that?
Oh God, where do
where's the list?
Michael, so are you telling me that you didn't follow the issues chronologically?
You see,
when I'm coming. When the Instagram post and the timing of the Instagram post of the first lady, you remember when Lamine took them to Italy?
Yes.
The first lady posted the same place.
It was an off-season.
No, I'm not saying it's a problem.
Nobody's saying
I'm not saying it's a problem. So off-season
is important.
Okay, so off-season, you have sex with multiple women. That's okay.
Simple.
Okay.
So and I'm saying off-season into
yes. How does it affect me?
Jack also need problem.
No, how does it affect me? So please allow the young boy to enjoy his life.
You allow him.
That is a simple thing. There is a deliberate attempt to paint him as. I wanted to use a certain word, but I don't think it's fit for the camera.
No, you don't be teeny pa.
So I come the bear man to the corner or the number two.
Could be to the Kanye. Sorry.
I will say it. You see, I have never read from any news outlet or from Barcelona that in the course of the season, Yamal's lifestyle has affected him.
Michael, who are the 2 players who have been the greatest in the Spanish La Liga for you?
Ronaldo and Messi. Yeah.
What's the similarity between them?
Hard work, consistency,
lifestyle, and then family.
Again, what was Ronaldo's lifestyle?
Ronaldo's lifestyle has been family.
As we
was. Yes, when he had his child.
No,
again, you don't get it.
No.
You see, Yamal is a teenager. You don't expect him to act like how prime Messi was. Messi was clubbing at the point in time.
Oh, of course, but nobody said there's a problem with clubbing. But nobody said there's a problem with clubbing.
You expect an 18-year-old boy to act with utmost maturity.
Nobody said exactly what
Mike, leave the boy.
The problem, Michael, the problem is not even about Lamine Yamal. The problem is not
what is the guarantee? Okay, I'm coming.
Guarantee.
What is the guarantee?
The problem is that
what is the guarantee? What is the guarantee that Yamal lives a life of piety? He does not.
Nobody say he should be pious. Nobody say he should be pious.
What's the guarantee that if he does that,
nobody say he should be pious?
Will not be affected.
No, Kiki, are you pious?
What's the basis?
Are you pious? Are you without blemish? Are you without blemish? Are you without blemish?
Yes, I am.
Okay, me, I'm not without blemish. Are you without blemish? You're not without blemish. Ben, are you without blemish? Albert, are you without blemish? Nobody's without blemish. You are without blemish. And I will put some support to you with blemish.
Mike, the tintin in the tweet. Obia the one more be Diablo Aqua wheat. Whatever you do, whatever the case, nobody will force him, nobody will change him. And then on one life. And I don't think it really affects his on the pitch performances as it stands.
Leave him.
As it stands. I'm using the word as it stands. Until it does so. I think we don't really have a lot of things. The breakthrough, that's affecting
Michael, all of us have seen in that same football. All of us have seen in that football club Barcelona. All of us, I'm coming. No, I'm not saying that to affect him. But I'm saying that whilst you are saying that it may or may not affect him, which is true, 100%, I agree with you. But we've also seen examples of football club Barcelona having world beaters who were better in talent than the Lamine Yamal.
I know, and I agree to that.
No, I'm coming. But who these same people came out and said, had I known, I would have done things right. And what was it? It was Ronaldinho Gaucho, who had come from Brazil. I'm coming. I just want to say something. Who had come from Brazil. And then he's saying that management of his talent was a problem. At some point in time, Ronaldinho was in love with the showbiz.
We all agree with that. So the next person you talk about is Neymar.
What I'm saying, I don't even talk about Neymar. What I'm saying is that at the end of the day, Lamine has a better opportunity with having grown in the Barcelona city, having had parents from African background, and he also being Muslim, and like we all know, Muslims are much more stricter. They are careful with their kids and stuff like that. Lamine has people that have seen that have gone through that. He just have to be careful.
No, you see, me, the only thing I am actually worried about regarding Lamine is that background. Divided family.
Yeah.
Mom is here, dad is here. Yeah. That is the only thing I'm worried about. If you want to talk about that, then I would agree.
But it's Morris, but that is again, and it's Michael, is
again,
the why
I can live under the roof of my parents and still decide to.
I mean, you bought a house for your mother, so you can do whatever you want.
I hope you get it.
Yeah.
Feel behind anything in the shebre. Quite how fast would the
What's what they want to be?
Quite how fast would the you know, and then the same thing will be fast with the D. I've seen so many people Obia for the same route, Obia quite successful, no quite far with Ronaldinho, with Fati, with Obi. Fee in Koma this is here, and whatever we are discussing, we are only assuming that if it should go wrong, what if it goes right?
But Michael,
and all of these things, you are right with your cautionary tales. We agree to that. You are right with your advice. You are right with a lot of things. But yes, some fancy trimu say, be Lamine Yamal ne be sadia no. But be not affecting our pages, so no they are consistent, no they nyane results. At the end of the day, Adibia Ekasafa Lamine Yamal be a konya footballer. Kamenya show say we waste time talking about whatever he's doing.
What I'm saying
so is whatever happens on the pitch will determine how we link it to the lifestyle, which is outside. So far as it stands now, I don't think this is here.
Nobody has. Nobody has a problem. Nobody has a problem.
What could be
allow that boy to breathe.
What could be a yes?
Allow Lamine Yamal to breathe and enjoy his money.
Nobody is saying that he should enjoy his money. What we are saying with Lamine Yamal is that say, oh, a young boy and I saw Bob Brother Nyamia that is Kabon Sema. one shenia o of a be enya kakra on his mabedun say kwasi ampeni but e be no nya kwasi ampeni na ya brabo and then your ma be atoto
this is a typical Ghanaian setting
that's Ghanaian
setting restricted to
Ghana
more from football baby
okay
leave the boy to enjoy his money
Yanko Madrid
thank you very much so Barcelona Girona
to win
match
I say Barcelona to win 2-0-2-1
Barcelona 3-0-4-0 Lamine to score.
Enchirim can score line enchirim. Why patrol?
Can you go home? Still no, maybe can be a controversial.
Then let's move to Real Madrid.
Real Madrid ball.
Mbappe is back, available. He's fit,
Real Madrid
ready to
ball.
go. What's that?
Real Madrid ball more.
Let me get you the full fixtures for the La Liga.
Because
you don't know who Madrid is playing.
So Quesisibos Oviedo will play against Espanyol. Sevilla, after beating Barcelona, will play Mallorca.
Away or home?
Then Oviedo.
Sevilla away or home?
Sevilla are playing at home.
Sevilla will win.
Barcelona, Girona,
Villarreal,
Real Betis,
Villarreal,
Atletico
Betis.
Madrid, Osasuna, Elche, Athletic Bilbao, Celta Vigo, Real Sociedad, Levante, Rayo Vallecano, and then a Madrid derby between Getafe and then Real Madrid, and then Deportivo Alaves.
Getafe go home.
Valencia. Yeah, Getafe at home.
Real Madrid to win either half. Kylian Mbappe anytime goal scorer.
Hey God, and I want to who say, "Sorry, can I walk out?"
On this note, is it fit for us to end?
No, I mean, my predictions. Nina, any Saturday games
in Italian Serie A and all
Serie A. What is happening
at least in
the Calcio Serie A? So for this weekend, these are the games coming up. Lecce Sassuolo against Hellas Verona.
Mike, Lecce can once a mame pa.
Lecce Sassuolo, Pisa, Hellas Verona, Torino at home to Napoli. Then there is AS Roma versus Inter Milan, Como, Juventus, Cagliari against Bologna, Genoa against Parma, Atalanta versus Lazio, AC Milan versus Fiorentina, Cremonese, Udinese.
Atalanta Lazio is such a huge game in Bergamo.
Yeah.
On the show, Sarri, I think that Sarri will take Lazio there and get something out of the game.
Okay.
Sometimes a draw.
And AS Roma Inter Milan.
AS Roma Inter Milan. I think that Roma on a very, very good run with Gasperini at home against Inter.
Yeah.
Christian Kivo is a Roma double chance for me.
Roma double chance.
Yeah.
And then Torino at home to Napoli.
Torino at home to Napoli. Napoli, the last time they went away from home, they didn't get a win, they got a draw. They are still unbeaten. Double chance at least Napoli with Antonio Conte away in Torino.
So I am tipping a win for AC Milan, a win for Napoli, AS Roma, Inter Milan, both teams to get on the score sheet, and then Como to beat Juventus.
Okay.
Como to beat Juventus.
That is.
I see it. So more fun to
What's that? I'm about to.
So wrap up for us.
What two are there? What two are there?
I want to come and grab me.
More fun to listen to phone.
I said, Ekakui, Ekaba, Ekasusuru. Name on weekend we, Mr. Wafini Free International Break Aba.
Who was your?
Say Ucha Susucha. Afeni Free International Break Aba.
Yeah, momentum.
Intinyabo 3. The tobo. Kakra de kakra to no afa kakra. They are also no e de beba. De wati enu so no afa bi na de bi aye adwuma. Aha e 4 post podcast. Me nua Kikimonte. Asalebodu. Emanyina asalebodu.
Emanyane.
Asalebodu. Eja asale. Wofa. Fifi Manfred. Ana me amedin de Michael Akomia Jemfi. Don't forget to subscribe and put on your notifications. See you.
Put on your nose mask.